Welcome back, Beliucci Hour Lunch. We close the show from here at the tap. Close the show with your questions from here in the audience. Got to go kind of quick, Luch. We got about 3 or 4 minutes before we turn it back over to Louis Bellina. Luch and Bronny, what impact, if any, does signing a highly rated 2019 class have on the 2020 class? What's the impact? What impact, if any, does signing
a little bit? I mean, it helps. I mean, it's just a momentum thing, and social media nowadays, more so than ever, kids are following all that, and they're watching it and going, wow, I want to be a part of that. I saw all those dudes I know in that Gig'em Gang 19. I want to be in Gig'em Gang 20.
Yeah.
It's a momentum thing, and then when you come on campus and you see all them dudes that you read about all year last year, and you see, DeMarvin Leal and Kenyon Green and Dalen Wright and all these guys, and you go, yeah, it just makes your experience a little better when you come up.
Do you see us taking a full class next cycle? We already kind of hit on that. We don't know yet. It kind of depends on attrition, what that number will be in 2020.
I would guess no, but just a little bit under.
Was Chris Russell committed to sign with anybody else before he signed with A&M yesterday? No. Which freshman surprised you with how much playing time they got this season and this past season? And their suggestion was Tyree Johnson, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, he was a red shirt. Mm-hmm. If you wanted to go true freshman, I might say I might stick in that same realm and say Jeremiah Martin. I mean, we knew one of those running backs could very well do that. There wasn't a wide receiver that did it. No O-lineman. Yeah, I might say Jeremiah Martin. I mean,
he and Max both played about the same. Probably
yeah.
Jeremiah probably a little bit more. Yeah.
And Jeremiah early on, I was like, wow, he's getting a little more burn. There weren't that many if you think about it. I mean, Leon's was late. Bobby Brown was completely expected.
Yeah, if you're just talking about offense and defense, a bunch of them played on special teams.
Yeah, I'm talking about just reps and snaps.
In your opinion, who will be our fullback next year?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, you got
Ben Miles.
You got Ben Miles. You got Cordarian Richardson is built for it, but he's also I'm telling you guys, he's be nasty at tailback too. People forget talent-wise, he was in that 5-star discussion before it became pretty clear that he was going to have some grade issues that kind of kept him from, he was committed to Clemson for a long time. This was not Clemson 5 years ago. This was Clemson a couple years ago. So those two stand out.
Give me your 1-minute version of the Braden Mowry situation, what you're expecting. He can go up until April 1st, right?
Yeah, and we talked about it yesterday on the show, and then you posted, or during the break, and you posted about it. April 1st, he has to sign until. I think now for the next couple weeks, A&M monitors that transfer portal very carefully. Again, I kept talking about a 26 hard cap. That's 26 new additions to the roster. I think every year from now on, if I'm A&M, I keep one spot open. If I'm Austin Thomas, if I'm Jimbo Fisher, I keep one spot every year. So if the number next year is 23, then I'm signing the whole process I'm going through saying we're going to take 22. And so you're sitting at 22, and unless number 23 that's coming along late is some borderline 5-star, everyone in the country wants him, you think he's a future all-conference, then you alter that. But you go through that process planning to hold one for a transfer. And to me, and this year, I think they'll be in this little zone where they might have a couple spots for transfer and fill up because they're going to have to use attrition just to get up to a certain number. So there might even be a comfortable gap there. But normally, so they can wait and see, do they want a grad transfer to help them with this season more so than Braden Mowry would, because he's fine with gray shirting, signing.
Wear what the Aggies wear. Visit 12thmanshop.com for the largest selection of officially licensed Aggie gear. From Adidas sideline polos, T-shirts, footwear,